Hey y'all. Hi. Today I am back again to talk about trends in makeup that are predicted for 2022 or already happening. I already filmed trends for makeup for 2022 that I'm not excited about, and this is the video about the trends that I am excited about. If this is your first time to my channel, then welcome. So glad you're here. You should probably just right away go and watch the other video about the trends that I'm not excited about, or you can watch that one after this one. I guess that it doesn't matter what order they go in, but you know, this is one of a pair. I'm glad that you clicked on this video if this is your first time. My name is Hannah. I love beautiful things. I love makeup, fashion, style, skincare, etc. I mostly talk about makeup and beauty on my channel, and I do a mix of reviewing new stuff, which is, of course, super fun, and just talking about the use of products. So that can sometimes mean using products that you already have, that I already have, shopping my stash, thinking about trends in a detached way rather than only thinking and talking about buying makeup. So that kind of balance sounds good to you. I hope you'll subscribe. And now let's go ahead and get into the meat of the video. I'm so excited to be doing this one because these are things that I'm excited about, you know. I feel like the first video is inevitably going to outperform this video. It's just how the algorithm is and maybe just how people are. If you make a video about a negative topic, everybody clicks on it. And if you're over here like, I love stuff, I'm so happy about XYZ, it's like a quarter of the people are like, great, we're here for the positivity. So if you're here for the positivity, then thank you. Thank you for being some of the shining few that are here for it. But I feel like I'm more excited about filming this one, of course, because it's all good stuff. And I actually put what I think is the most exciting thing first. It's like a multifaceted trend that I'm going to try to adequately explain. And I think that a lot of you will know exactly what I'm talking about. The really quick and easy way to talk about this trend is to say that it's the Euphoria makeup, like the Euphoria inspired makeup. I haven't watched the television show Euphoria, but I know all about the makeup looks because I've seen them all over. And what I'm talking about for this trend that I am excited about is playful eye makeup, colorful eye makeup that's more simple. So rather than like a really intense, green smoky eye that has like a gradient and a wing on top of it and false eyelashes, which we've seen colorful eye makeup trend plenty of times over the past maybe 5 or 6 years. But the playful, colorful eye makeup is just like one neon green all over the lid without much shading or nuance. I think it's also trending and going to continue to trend to deploy sparkly eyeshadow in that same like playful, kind of straightforward or geometric way, frosted eyeshadow in that same way, and neons in that same way, right? So a playful use of these like really bright, textured, bold, exciting kinds of and colors of makeup on the lids. We're also seeing and going to continue to see embellishments on the lids, right? So crystals and embellishments placed in like a really graphic and intentional way. It's like makeup around the eyes that's not designed to alter the shape of the features, but rather just to celebrate and play. So this kind of eye makeup, this placement, it's not trying to make the eyes look bigger, obscure the fact that you have hooded lids. A lot of makeup techniques, especially for the eyes, are designed to do that, to enhance your features. And I feel like a lot of this playful or Euphoria-inspired eye makeup, it sort of like says no to that. It's like, my eyes are beautiful just the way they are, and I'm going to celebrate that by sticking glitter all over them or by putting some gems out here. It's really leaning into self-expression, makeup for self-expression, rather than makeup to like conceal, enhance, and define. I love everything about that, from the very shallowest, which is just that it looks fun and it's really fun to do, all the way down to the deepest aspect of it, which is what it's saying, the change in how we think about makeup. And I do think that there's kind of like a change in accessibility there too, because it's not all about techniques, doing it right versus doing it wrong. It is about play. And I feel like it also redefines, in a way, glamour. And I read, when I was reading listicles to prepare for these videos, there were some mentions of how glamour is in and like going full on with glamour, and glitz is a trend in makeup for 2022. But they aren't talking about full glam in the way that we've talked about it over the past several years, where glamour and full glam means covering up your entire face with makeup and then drawing a new face on top of it that's like sculpted with contour, and the cheekbones are popping and the eyes look really big and really sculpted, trying to optimize the features. No, the trend predictions for 2022, when they say it's going to be all about glamour, they mean glitter is glamorous, gems are glamorous, color is glamorous, big pops of bold blue on the eyes. There's glamour in that. And it's like pushing the inherent glamour of those textures and tools to the forefront. So I feel like this trend, the Euphoria-inspired makeup, it's kind of like a reclamation of glamour, like reclaiming glam as something accessible, something that doesn't take a long time, and something that isn't about changing the shape of your face to fit the mainstream beauty standard. I actually couldn't be more excited to see something like this trending so fully and so distinctly in makeup. I'm excited to see where it goes, and I also feel myself being gotten in amongst by it, because as excited as I am by this, I haven't really been doing it. It's not my default, my daily, my go-to to take a neon green eyeliner and just see what I can do. When I do that in the course of testing makeup for this channel, I always feel amazing though. I always feel really happy. I like that. I feel like if you start playing with the playful, there's a point at which you kind of like cross over into a realm of lightheartedness. You leave behind like trying to do it a certain way or trying so hard to be a certain way. When you're playing with a tool on your own face that has the potential to cross you over into that realm of like projecting a lightheartedness or projecting lightness, then once you do cross that line, it has the potential to change your whole day, because you're like, here I am, and I've got a star on my cheek because I don't take this too seriously, whatever it is we're doing. And that is the kind of undermining of darkness that is what makes me love drag queens. It is what makes me love being around small children. It's what makes me love certain comedians. It is precious to be able to sip from that cup. And I feel, and I don't know if this is just personal to me or if this is like how a lot of people are these days. I feel like I'm often living like right on the edge of that, like right on this side of it. The wrong side. I feel like the serious side. I think that I'm prone to like carry that darkness and heaviness and forget, and then go day after day after day forgetting that there is another way and that you can let go and that you can kind of move into that space of lightness, and that it's so empowering. And it is one of the reasons that I have found artists like drag queens to be so healing. It's like it gives me a doorway out of the matrix, kind of the hoax of the seriousness and the darkness. We are getting really intense here at the very beginning of this video. We're only on trend number 1. All of the rest of them are going to be like fluffy brows. Love it so much. I better move on. I think you know what I'm talking about. There is a kind of anti-perfection makeup that's trending. So detaching beauty and art with makeup from the concept of the person being perfected or being a better or more beautiful version of herself. So now I feel inspired. I hope that you guys are inspired too. And let me know what you think of this trend. What are you calling it? Have you been thinking about it the way that I have? Have you articulated it to yourself in your mind as anything other than like Euphoria makeup? Are you expecting that it's going to continue on beyond just that television show and become like bigger than it? Okay, spent 20 minutes on the first one. The next one on my list, and this is actually a real quickie, the 1990s inspired browns. My dream is that those browns would trend again, and they are trending again. And I feel like I'm already reaping the benefits of that. I'm actually not wearing either of my new favorite lipsticks on my lips right now, but I've been hard pressed not to wear them. One is A Royal Scandal by Gucci, and the other is 1990, the new Merit signature lipstick. I just have never felt myself so hard as I do when I'm wearing one of those two colors. And it's been an absolute wasteland of really beautiful brown lipsticks for a while, and blushes. It's not just lipsticks. It's like those browns for lips and cheeks that are both grungy and edgy and wearable. I feel like for a long time now, it's been either or. Either it's really wearable, but that's because it's not really brown, or it's really brown, but it's like really cool toned and, at least for me, looks vampy almost to the point of being kind of costumey. I feel like we've also been seeing more brown in clothing, and I feel like it actually ties into like the 70s, resurgence of 70s fashion. I feel like we're seeing brown sweaters with like those big collars. That makes me feel like it's 70s, and then we're seeing like the browns in makeup. That makes me feel like it's a nod to the 1990s. It's all working together, and I'm pleased about it. Okay, this next one is really interesting. At least one of the listicles that I read predicted matte skin would come back. Now, they also all predicted, all the listicles are confused about what the trend is going to be in skin and what the trend is going to be in brows. Brows didn't even make it onto this list because nobody knows what's happening with brows. Everybody's like, fluffy brows are going to be in, laminated brows are going to be in, razor brows are going to be in. But even though fresh skin or skin that isn't too heavily made up is clearly trending for 2022, there are some peeps here and there of matte skin coming back. And I think that it's partly like the 1990s thing. People are like, that matte supermodel skin from the 1990s is going to trend. And that idea has landed on my list of things that I'm excited to see. And here's why. Even though I am pretty much never out here sporting a matte complexion, this is pretty much the situation. Greased chicken all the way. Even though that's true, the matte of the 1990s, at least like what I was seeing pictures of, it's not like the full glam caked on mattified skin. It's like a really natural, almost glowy satin matte. So I feel like the kind of matte skin, if it is going to trend, the thing that's going to trend, it's going to be skin that looks like it doesn't have any foundation on it, but that it has been powdered a little bit with like a translucent powder. So flawed, real skin where you can see the texture and you can see the slight blotchiness perhaps, but it's just the shine is taken down a little bit so it looks a little bit polished. I like that idea. I'm curious about what we might see as part of that as a trend, what kind of products we might see, what kind of imagery we might see. And also, I feel like I'm not ready to let go of dewy skin overall. I mean, I love this like healthy, juicy, dewy moment that we've been in for a long time. But I do feel like lately my skin ends up looking really, really drenched no matter what I do. It's like every product is trying to be dewy in addition to whatever else it's doing. Sometimes it feels like there isn't balance. That has led me to incorporating more powder than I used to use and feeling like I'm always powdering my skin. I'm always like taking down the shine. Even though I have quite dry skin, I feel like my experience of living in my makeup is the experience of an oily skinned person where I'm always checking my face and being like, oh, like it's so, I'm dewy in all the wrong places. And it's just because of all the products are dewy right now. So I don't reject dewiness, but a middle ground might be nice. And I feel like the kind of matte skin that is being predicted, it's that middle ground. Still natural, not cakey, but just not so obsessed with dewiness. Here's a trend that I am unequivocally thrilled about. Blush gone wild. Almost all of the predictions included, all the listicles of predictions included, like blush draping and really strong, bright blush looks, statement blush, as one of the things that they think is going to trend. And Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes is all I have to say to that. I have loved blush draping since the moment that I started messing with makeup. I can't wait to see where we go with that. So the last trend on my list of trends that I'm excited about is the trend of natural lashes instead of false lashes. But not just that. A lot of the listicles were indicating that natural lashes are going to be trending, not just an absence of falsies, but makeup looks that play up natural lashes or enhance them. So colorful mascara. I saw some pictures of eye looks where there was like colorful mascara that was the same color as the eyeliner. So it was like drawing attention to the lashes as themselves. And even though false lashes can be really fun, I love the idea of realistic lashes being cool again, or like being the trend again. Because again, I feel like it elevates individuality and it celebrates the way that your face looks when you wake up in the morning, the way that your lashes look just on their own, looking like yourself, but with colorful powder and paste. I think that false lashes have their place, and I've had great fun playing with them at times, but I'm excited by the thought that in beauty in 2022 and going forward, perhaps they won't be the standard, because I feel like, especially in many corners of the beauty community and online spaces, false lashes for a long time, or like truly artificially extended lashes, have been the baseline. And this is connected to the first one, the one that I talked about forever, the one that has to do with glamour being playful as opposed to being a tool to make you perfect. Because I think that any full glam eye look, or actually an eye look of any kind, even if it's simple, if it's finished with false lashes, it quickly pushes it into this like Instagram filter realm in terms of the aesthetic. And if it's finished with natural lashes, with just mascara, or with some kind of fun, colorful mascara, if it's your natural lashes being kind of added to the look with makeup, depending on the look, it can either keep it in a more grounded, embodied, lived-in realm, or kind of push it over into the realm of art, like the art on the human body, making the face a vessel for art. And I'm going to leave it there. Those are the 5 trends in makeup that are predicted for 2022 that I'm the most excited about. Are there any that you are excited about that I missed? I just can't wait to hear what you have to say in the comments of this video, because this is one of the most fun things to think about. It's especially exciting when we see things trending in beauty that have a healthy spirit. You know what I mean? So anything, even if it's just as simple as like the color red is supposed to trend and I love red, if there's something like that, I'd love to see it in the comments. But if there's another thing, or if you have anything to say about the more fundamental shifts in what we consider to be exciting and beautiful and what that might mean for us going forward, please share. Thank you, as always, for watching this one. And don't forget to take extra good care of yourself so that you can be the most effective version of yourself as you do your work in the world.